Okay. Give a little prefix. I'm gonna start a new series. It's gonna be me doing fascia training for 12 weeks. Since I've had like a pretty good, that's my type of going on the back, don't mind it. But I had been doing like kind of like fascia training the last like month and a half, no, not even a month and a half, maybe like 5 weeks, but then not really doing it right or correctly and taking a little bit more serious maybe last 3 weeks. But I'm actually like taking it super serious right now. And so I have like a good little prefix, so I have like a nice little like mind about it. But I wasn't really doing all the adhesion checks, and right after this I'm doing meditation. But I just want to talk about this while it's freaking fresh in my brain. Yeah, I did all the fascial adhesions because I had a meeting with Chong, but went good, went super good. Just I wouldn't be able to share like stuff that he's teaching me, which is understandable. But how my life mission is to help people like me. So if I'm able to get athletic and then I can't tell people how, it's like, oh dang, that's not what exactly I want. So I'm gonna try my best to get glutes dominance while being a quad dominant mofo, and you know, do Chong stuff, and then maybe try and definitely do Chong stuff because that's the fascia goat. But and try to get my own little things in there and then just test it and see, which I'm going hard like on fasting too, since Chong was talking about like he did a study, kids who did Ramadan and regular white kids, the regular white kids didn't have as good results as the kids doing Ramadan, and then he says that's a huge thing, like to get fascially fit, because it raises your HGH levels, your human growth hormones, and then your body has time to like actually like work on the tensegrity network than just digesting food. So makes a lot of sense. And so I'm just gonna fast like a mofo, like Dorziani, and I'm basically like doing Ramadan. I'm just like gonna eat when the sun's out and just eat at night. And there might be some days where I don't eat like multiple. I want to do that like multiple days, see how that goes, see how I feel. But I did the fascia rolls today on the fascia chart, and holy shit, it was nuts. Left calf was definitely had a lot more fascial adhesions than my right one. My right one it was interesting. It was more sore up here, not so much in the meaty part. But this one was like really sore on the meaty part, and kind of down there, but mostly on the meaty part on the side right here. And quads are sore, mostly my right quad was sore. And when I went up like a little higher, like up here was pretty sore on both of them. Nothing in here. And then, yeah, some good stuff right here, mostly in the inside. And then after that, did some back, and holy shit, my back was, I actually did some glutes. I actually felt my glutes. Wow, fascial adhesions. The first time I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I don't feel nothing there. But I actually felt like some content there. It was funny. And my right glute was more sore than my left. More like activated too, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, I went up to my back. My back was just wonk. Straight wonk. Especially on my right side. And then I got higher, like to my, like, mid-back, almost traps, and just both of them were just wonk, 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 straight tight. And then after that, I ended up doing My chest, that felt pretty decent. Like, my chest is always kind of like wonk, but not like super wonk. You know, long right here under the clavicle. Felt good. And then did shoulders, that was pretty nice. My triceps were sore. My triceps were sore. And holy shit, do you know what else was sore? My triceps were sore. Not really my biceps. Now my left arm, like on the top, pretty good. My right arm a little bit, but not too much. But do you know what was sore? Under here. This part right here under my abs. Oh my god, it was so tender. But the right side, nothing. It was weird. It was weird. It was so tender. Like, it was hard to breathe. That's what I need to get better at too. Like, I need to honestly see, because I know Chong talks about breathing being pretty important, so I got to figure out how and why. Not necessarily the why, but what. Okay, what do I got to do to make it have the right breathing? So I got to problem solve that. So I was trying deep breaths and just really trying to feel it out. And that was nuts. That was great. But this is the juicy part. I was doing towel curls, so much more different with actually like Chong coaching me that first time and knowing like, oh yeah, this is the type of intensity it's supposed to be. Like 2 minutes is fucking tough, bro. I did 2 minutes and 20 seconds on both sides. Left leg, pretty tough, dude. Calves got shot pretty good. Almost like I couldn't move my toes as good on the left one. But it was crazy. I felt my hamstring on my right leg, being straight up. I felt it on my right leg. It was nuts. It wasn't like a crazy burn. It was maybe like a 3-4. A 3-4. A 3-4. It was a 0 before. So, it was nuts. I almost felt it like right away, like, am I doing that on purpose? Like, I almost like kind of like wanted to like not feel it in a way, because I wanted to make sure, like, okay, I'm not contracting it myself. It's my foot, right? It's my foot. And yeah, it was. And I felt it like not crazy high up, maybe like right there, hammy. But if I'm being for real, like, it felt like tight or tighter, if that makes sense. So it was really interesting. And I could be wrong. I almost felt it on my cycles too, kind of. But I think I was kind of looking for it because there's knee flexion, and that's hamstring when you do knee flexion. So I was like, maybe not. But I did feel like my abs like sore from doing Chong the other day. Like under here abs. So when I lift my leg, I felt that. Like, guess where my hip flexor would be. Hip flexor muscles. But did those. Triangles felt pretty good. I almost felt my glutes, if I'm being for real. I don't know, like up here, but I almost think that's hip. Chong told me that was like, oh, glutes. You felt glutes. I'm like, no, I think that's my hip. So no, it's glutes. So I gotta see. So I felt that again today, but then I was just like, oh well, if that's glutes, why did it go straight up to glutes and not hamstrings? But it was like a 3, 4, maybe a little bit more than, maybe like 3, 4, a little more leaning to the 4. And hops were tough, holds were tough on a single leg. I felt that a little bit on my quad, but just thinking about how reading Secret to Athleticism, the ebook, like when the elite sprinters walk and run, they walk almost with their feet outside, which means they're walking on the ball of their foot. So I was like letting my foot be like that, and being more on the ball of my foot. So my feet got tired. My feet got really tired. Bottom of my feet. Then after that, hops were fucking tiring. I did just 2 minutes. I almost couldn't hang for 2 minutes, because I used to do pretty big hops, but I saw this post that Chong does 2 hops every second. It was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then second passes, and just kept that, like, kept going and going. It was the most crazy calf pump I had while doing those. Interesting, because I did feel the bottom of my feet, but yeah, I definitely felt the bottom of my feet, but it wasn't like world-shattering bottom of the feet. It was more world-shattering calf. I don't think any hamstring. I feel like I wanted to say it, but nothing super like hamstring, not like the towel curls. So it was interesting, definitely interesting. But yeah, that was my review. Day 1, week 1. Hey, I'm gonna do these every day. Maybe not like crazy like hyper arch training every day, but like an update on this, because it'd be pretty sick. Be documenting. Yeah, I gotta do my meditation right now, and I gotta see what other things I could be doing, because I saw this other one, the scorpion jump Chong was doing. I'm curious other ones I could work into, because when I did the assessment Chong, we did swings, not cycles. It was fast swings. So maybe that's something I could mix in. And then it was also double-legged like hold, and I was like kind of like shaking, so that's something I can mix in too. But Chong also talks about only 3-4 times a week to let fascia remodel, which is nuts. Like, it's not that crazy. As long as I'm putting in work and sleeping good and eating right, I should be good. I just gotta keep the intensity and keep the intention on my freaking. See that, boy? See that? See that anterior tibial tendon? Tibial tendons. And just freaking keep that freaking tension there. Yeah. But yeah, as long as I'm doing that, that's my update.